Oh dear, getting chickens ready. Hello, Megaleech. Because I am going to make a video. That's okay, they can stay like that. I was going to change the heads around, but I can't be bothered. So I'll put my little banner. This is only a short video. See how long it takes me to get set up. It's been weird. Okay, so gonna do a close-up meeting first. So that involves that. Who's dropped into the chat? Hannah, hello. Oh no, I scared you with the chicken cluck. And hello, Heine and Luke. Right. Oof. Tell you what, the fatigue and brain fog from COVID are real. Oh God, almost fucking hell. Shit. What the fuck? Sorry, I have to. Oh no, I don't. I made a mistake the other night, but yeah, it's okay. Right. Where did I put my fin? Hello, Jason. What was I going to make? Black magic. Okay. This is a weird one. I want to see what it comes out like. So, peated whiskey, Mara Montenegro, Benene liqueur. Starting up, quite a lot of Amaro Montenegro. Okay. Turn that on, turn this on. Oh, damn it. All right. That looks good. Ready to make it. Got approval for medicinal mocktails. I recommend using aspirin as a mix. I'm not sure what that is. It sounds intriguing. Okay. 1 ounce of peated whiskey. Third of an ounce of Benene. Oh, whoops. I forgot how to measure. That's okay. That peaty smell. Okay, some ice. Ice, baby. Okay. Got to stir the sucker. Stir this motherfucker. Okay. Stir, stir, stir. Oh, there goes some ice. Whew. Okay. And just to place this glass correctly. Yep, okay. Let's strain this over the glass. Oh, God. Gotta get an orange. I like that the gays were in charge for a while. I literally don't know what I did there, but I'm back. Okay. Okay, that's ready. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is called a Black Magic and it looked so wild on paper, and yet people were recommending it, so I had to try it. It's like a reverse Black Manhattan with a peated whiskey. And if that sounds strange, it kind of is. And let's see how it tastes. It tastes good. Weird, but comes together well. Here's how we make it. In a mixing glass, we put 2 ounces or 60 mils of Amaro Montenegro, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of a peated whiskey, and finally 1/3 of an ounce, around 10 mils of a banana liqueur. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. Then strain that into a rocks glass over a chunk of ice. You don't have to use a clear ice skill. You don't have to use a clear ice skull. I should have made this for... Oh, fucking hell, shit. You don't have to use a clear ice skull. I should have made this for Halloween. Black Magic, ice skull, but it's good anytime. Give it a try. The Black Magic. Cheers. Right, now I'm going to sit down. I might make another video later with my mocktail. I just realized I did that all with my... You know what? I don't fucking care. Or do I? No, you know what? I don't fucking care. I honestly wasn't even conscious that I was wearing the skeleton outfit. So fucking weird. I just go into autopilot sometimes. Not even particularly conscious of what I'm doing. All right. Chickens over there. All right, pull the chair in over here. Oh, lawsy, lawsy, lawsy. And switch the banner off. Yeah. It's just kind of funny that I didn't realize I was doing it. We were doing trick-or-treating with neighborhood kids tonight. It's fun. Like must have been over 100 kids came to the door because we ran out of stuff, and they were still coming. So I don't know. I guess next year I'll get even more stuff. Honestly, with those little mini things, and they have them on special in the supermarket, it's probably only about $20, 20 odd bucks worth of treats for the kids. It's fun. Just let kids have fun. And of course, the standard of costumes ranged from pretty cool to you're not actually wearing a costume. I didn't care. And he had to wait for roadside assistance. They got there, you realise you're dressed as a pirate on a Wednesday night. Is there ever a bad time to be dressed as a pirate, though? That seems like a win on your part. Anyway. That is a weird AF drink, but it works. It's quite yummy. I'm still wondering what I did to drop out of the stream. Just, I don't know, bumped a random key or set of keys on the keyboard. In your defense, you worked in a party store. Yeah. So, yeah, just dressing up was normal. No. But yeah, I've got nothing against you dressed as a pirate anytime. This is a mocktail, by the way. Well, that actually looks kind of clear on video. And it didn't clarify properly. Oh yeah, Jason, we ran out of treats for the trick-or-treaters at 6. So like after 2 hours of giving stuff out, we're done. Probably need to get like twice as much next year. See, Levy? You made your cheapy Billy laugh at the response of, oh, get fucked. Well, you know, that's a win. This is fun because this is like taking a sip and literally every sip is, that's a genuinely weird drink, but I like it. Particularly if you like bitter, you'll like that. I could probably go with doing slightly less of the Amaro and maybe more of a different whiskey. So it was a phone appointment, had a migraine, made you take a COVID rat. Oh, double positive. You had a COVID and flu one, and gosh darn it. I am, I guess, in the almost recovered phase of my latest COVID bout. I still feel fatigue and brain fog, still a little bit congested. But, we did the old precautionary test, which returned negative result after a week, so that's good. I fucking hate rats, though. Or PCRs are the same, but I had a couple of PCRs done over the life of COVID when they still had testing centres everywhere. And how many PCRs did I have? 2 or 3? I had 1 or 2 negatives and I had the 1 positive. And so I've done 2 rats in the last month. First was a negative, it was just a cold. Second, positive. So, dang it all. Oh, okay, yeah, no. Oh, get fucked is an absolutely appropriate response to COVID and flu testing positive. That is absolutely the correct, and I might argue, only response. So I'm completely on board with the get fucked response to the test results. There's some seriously crappy test results. Trying to think. I think apple flavors in that. So if I were to make that again, maybe less of the Amaro and an extra half ounce of either an apple liqueur or an apple spirit. I don't know. You had 53 PCRs? Oh, because you have chronic respiratory illness. Yeah. Yeah. That seems like a wise precaution. But that is also a lot of PCRs. I try not to get too narky with people who say rat tests, because rats, the T is test, rapid antigen tests. But it's very hard for me to resist when someone refers to a rat test. You had a rat test. Did you have to pay for it? You might have to go to an ATM machine and put in your PIN number. Because I can be a dick. But it's probably too dramatic a phrase to say it's a pet hate when people say things like PIN number and rat test. But I'm not fond of it. Jason, what's your phone doing to you? I mean, it's behaving now, but it's with behavior I get from my phone. I had 2 spam calls today, and they wouldn't stay on the line. Sometimes I'm bored and want to fuck with them. Act like a doddery old man, which is actually pretty. Oh gosh, I was trying to work out, and my eyes took a while to get it, Hannah. You have people say Valentine's with an M day instead of Valentine's Day. Oof. Yeah, sometimes I tried to be helpful because some people are complete assholes. So I try to be helpful and say it's actually blip. But if they want to be dicks about it, I'll be a dick about it too. Goodness gracious me. Language and people's little peculiarities, eh? What is the time? 8:19. It's a Tuesday night. Do I want to have another drink? Maybe, baby. Actually, I might actually do the modified version of that I was thinking of. Yeah, that's a plan. Baby. It's a radiation vibe I'm going on. Was that? Oh, that's the. I'm saying, what was that song that just popped into my head? I think it's the Dandy Warhols' first single, "Radiation Vibe." Was it the Dandy? I think it was the Dandy Warhols. Oh, it's Fountains of Wayne. There you go. Dandy Warhols didn't sound quite right. So you literally broke up with an ex because oh yeah. Oh no. They're correcting you and they were wrong. Oh, I'd break up with them too. There's nothing. Well, there are lots of things worse, but a thing that really aggravates me: people who are aggressively ignorant, and if you point out they're wrong, they just double down and assert they're not wrong. That is actually infuriating. Okay. Ooh, you know what I should put in? The peanut butter whiskey, because that shit's weird. Yes, I should do that because I'm a wild man. I can't be stopped. I'm not going to even put the chickens there because I'm not going to make a video of this. I'm just going to quickly try this. I was thinking, what's that noise? It's a fucking possum in the roof. And now he starts to second guess himself. Oh, so many things I could do it with. Fuck it, now I'm going to do it with trail mix. Spice rum. Okay, so this time we are going to go just 1.5 ounces of Amaro Montenegro. And then going to do 1 ounce of the peated whiskey. Three ounces of the banana. It's provably enough. And 1/2 ounce of the trail mix. Oops, that was a whole ounce. Whatever. Nobody can stop me. Don't stop me now. Gotta count to about 20 while I do this. Don't stop me now. Yeah, I have a bit of cleaning up to do in here. A little bit of spillage. Supersonic. Don't stop me now. A little clear ice skull happily sitting in there. So I'd like to correct you on terms specific to your degree. Oh my God. That's even worse. That's so much worse. Yeah, no, absolutely dump the motherfucker. Oh, the skull just basically almost disappears in there. Cool. That's fucking better. Oh, that's nice. That I was right. A little bit less of the bitter and something flavorful in there, the spiced rum. Fuck yeah, that's even better. Oh, that's fucking wicked. Yeah, boy. Looks a lordy. Well, there you go. A little bit of adventure. Okay, that's all the alcohol for the evening, I think. But for the second half, I do have my fruity tea mocktail, which I will make a video of, which I really want to try to remember to swap my skeleton outfit for a cocktail shirt. But, fuck it if I forget again. Just weird. I was playing with the Bing image generator before the stream, and one of the odd things it does, its default thing is to do 4 images based on your prompts, but sometimes it will randomly do 3 or even 2, and I don't know why, but it does it. Have I heard shark statues being put at the bottom of a lake in Switzerland to scare the shit out of divers? Oh, I got you thinking about what else to sink. I don't know. Shark statue is pretty funny. What else to sink? I mean, what's gonna scare someone? Oh, do a fake submarine that's cracked open and you've got some glowing lights in there, so it looks like the nuclear core in the submarine's been breached. Graveyard of Divers. That's not bad. Do you remember the old series Dexter? The guy in Miami who's a serial killer, and he dumps the bodies in the bay. He weights them down. Someone eventually finds them, and they're just tied in a bundle and chain around them in a weight. So yeah, a graveyard of divers is a pretty good one. You got to do them in various stages of decay as well. That ought to freak people out. Look at us, we're just evil, sitting here thinking of ways to freak people out. Ooh, Hannah, I love your evil streak. Fake sea mines. Yes. So we're on a roll with things to freak out divers. We also just kind of want a fake volcano, like in a crack between some rocks, something based on proximity, like really bright orange lights flare up. So they think that they're getting a volcanic eruption. I am certainly, all my organs are intact. A Loch Ness style monster, have locals in on it so no one believes them. Yeah. I also think if it's one of those diving areas where you get really long kelp, I don't know if you've ever seen that. Some bits of the ocean you'll get in incredibly long kelp that just kind of wafts. That's a cert for an animatronic thing, something that actually moves through the kelp, so you can't quite be sure if you saw it or not. Heine's got $1 million idea. Grave sites that guarantee being fossilized. I'm fascinated with how you guarantee being fossilized, but it's a great idea. Jason, which happened to you? Fake sculpture or something? 3 organs. Neat. Well, built-in redundancies and all that, as you say. There are a few. Lord knows there's a lot of people managing perfectly fine without a brain. Ha ha! Social commentary. So, Jason, you wear a discreet diving tank, chain you to the bottom of the lake, wait for divers and grab them. Ha ha! Oh, neat. So, Hannah, they'll be dead anyway. Doesn't matter if you can't pull through on guarantee. What they can just see. Oh my god. Bury it deep enough in the ocean, fossilization is cool. I know coralization is common. If a body decays underwater, I think the water does something funny to the bones and it ends up looking like coral. I do love it as an idea. Hannah, what you're saying about how are they going to ask for their money back reminds me of the old Church of the Subgenius, a spoof on cults, and they would talk about joining their cult and pay them all this money, and they guarantee you. I forget what it was, but I think it was like guaranteeing that you'll be a billionaire in the next life, and they'll give you twice your money back if it doesn't happen. Now I want to look it up. I haven't looked at Church of the Subgenius stuff in ages. Subgenius guarantee. What comes up if I put subgenius? That's it. Eternal salvation or your money back. Church of the Subgenius promises new cult members eternal salvation or triple your money back. There is actually, of course, subgenius.com. Oh, great. The site still looks like it's 90s web design, which is beautiful. Become an ordained minister. Dobbs Head Toasters. Okay, now I need to share this with you because it's beautiful. The web design is pure 90s. Brain fog is real. How do I share on this again? Just make sure it's working. Put me down here. So just look at this beautiful 90s web design. Look, the original animated GIFs. The rotating dollar. Become an ordained minister. Click here. Lease your soul to Bob for safekeeping. Watch the interest grow and grow. You'll never get a better deal. Subgenius materials only be recently published. You get a whole bunch of pamphlets. So is there anything else? Do they still have events? They do still have events. They had one in July this year, X Day. COVID wrecked the annual church slack in. Protestant Orthodox traditional X Day gathering of the tribes. Real X Day in June. I love that. It's probably too small for you to see. The UFO abduction thing says, "Get in, loser. We're doing butt stuff." So there you go. Nice. You do clip art and slide transitions for PowerPoints. The Auntie Donna, the Australian comedy trio, who sort of do an absurdist style of comedy, which I quite enjoy. Went and saw them, not doing a live show, but just doing a presentation at a online media event, and their producer director had done for them the worst PowerPoint slides ever, and it was fucking hilarious. It was just full of the most annoying animations and sound effects, and it was a masterwork in a PowerPoint. Hi, Asafa. Yeah, my voice is mostly back to normal. I am still prone to occasional congestion. Definitely prone to tiredness, vagueness, brain fog. When I find myself because I haven't taken any time off work, because I didn't feel I needed to. But sometimes, like if I'm running a session, which I have been, like I have an intern now and I'm helping them. And so I just spend like half an hour to an hour talking with them, and I'm fucking exhausted afterwards. God forbid I try anything that requires physical exertion, but even mental exertion is really tiring. Safa, I did read a bit about that because I'm always reading stories about AI and security and whatnot. Broadly speaking, Biden did an executive order regarding AI and its use and policing its use. It was not terrible, actually, so far as that sort of dumb bureaucratic bullshit goes. It was not terrible because it wasn't doomsday shit. It was, we need to guard against bias and discrimination in things that are powered by AI. And in a range of contexts, the companies actually have to make the inner workings of their AI engines available to the government, which I actually think is really important. Fucking yum, I made that drink so good. See, this is the thing. People are thinking, oh, you've been really into cocktails for 5-6 years, you fucking alcoholic. No, I'm not a professional. I'm an extremely enthusiastic amateur, though. And I've gotten pretty good at knowing this and this and this works. And I did a little modification to this one, and it was fucking good. So I'm pretty happy with that. But next, I'm going to drink my... I attempted to clarify this, and it did not clarify. It's very weird. It should have. There's nothing... It should have worked, and it didn't. But I feel like that's a message of hope to people who struggle with it. It's like, I've been doing this clarification shit for years, and weird, inexplicable stuff still happens to me. So don't despair if you try and do something and it doesn't work perfectly. Weird hip hop things just in my head with oh, it's not even hip hop, it was Pump Up the Volume by Mars, which is probably the first huge commercial success that used sampling. And the ones that put the needle on the record, put the needle on the record, put the needle on the record when the drum beat goes like this. It's probably, and like the first hugely commercially successful song that had a rap in it was probably Rapture by Blondie. It was years later before black rap artists broke through anything near the mainstream. And of course, hip hop was being developed in the 70s. It didn't hit like any sort of commercial arena till the 80s. Heine, I don't know how constant the temperature. Short answer is no. I don't do anything to control the temperature. I just however long it goes through. I think if I were to guess, there was a variable in this, and when something doesn't work, did you have a variable in there? It was probably that. The milk, I added malt powder, as in, it's like a Milo alternative, malted milk. I thought that would be fun to have malted milk as the milk in the milk clarification. That's probably what made it do that. It's usually what I think. It's like, if you've done something a whole bunch of times and it works, and then you vary something and it doesn't work, the variation you introduced is probably the source of the problem. I haven't tasted that properly. I've had a little sip, but I'm going to get a glass and put some ice in it and then make a little video of tasting it, because I made a video of the making of it. It's really weird. Like, you probably can't see. It's like the top bit wants to be clear. It's very weird. Anyway, I'll do it and say, see, don't worry if things don't always work, because things don't always work for me. C'est la vie. I tell you what, I have seen multiple times with clarified cocktails. It doesn't happen all the time, but it has happened multiple times. If you store them in the fridge, it's like the drop in temperature makes fats or oils come out of solution, and a cocktail that was completely clear gets cloudy. So as a rule, I don't store them in the fridge. They're shelf stable for quite a while. They're still better if you drink them within a couple of days of making them. So I think I should wait for another drink, but that's a non-alcoholic drink, so still recognizable skull shape in there. Not sure how well the webcam's picking it up, but that's pretty cute. Oh well. I'm going to get a highball glass with ice and have that as a highball, and make a quick tasting video. Probably won't take very long. All right, but I suppose I should put the chickens in charge, because I'm going to leave the room for a little bit. Chickens in charge. There we go. Chickens in charge. Dun dun dun. Chickens in charge. All right. I'll be back pretty quickly. Just got to get a glass and some ice. Ice, baby. Yeah. All right. We got a highball full of ice. What's happening in chat world? Justin, hello. No, we tested negative a couple of days ago, Justin. More than a week since the COVID visited us. We did trick or treating. That's down here. These are in here. We've got the floor sticky. I maybe need to mop it. I haven't mopped in here for a little while. Put the needle under it. Put the needle under it. It goes like this. All right. That goes there. That goes there. Let's get things happening. Oh. Okay. Well, first I'm just going to pour this. All right, I almost forgot that I had the fucking skeleton on again. Not to be the end of the world, but I'm just going to go over here and put my cocktail shirt on. Because the video only gets me from the waist up, so that's okay. Okay, it's falling down. What the fuck? Okay. So essential topic, I'm missing out. Quality Star Trek memes. Oh, okay. I'll check. And Justin, you got US tax return. It takes 36 pages to tell the US government you're paying them zero. Well, death and taxes, man. Death and taxes. Okay. So, first, we are just, because I'm a perfectionist, I'm going to get a shot of pouring this. Right, what's that looking like? All right. That's okay. That's pretty well. That's pretty straight. Have you ever seen a jellyfish? All right. Little slow-mo pour shot. Let's see that. Switch that on. Switch this on. Okay. That's ready. Oh, that's not right. That needs to be brighter. There we go. When you finish filtering, pour that over ice in the glass of your choice. And I am wearing another shirt because it is another day, and the main reason for that is this wouldn't clarify properly. and I filtered it twice, which takes a long time. I'm sure taste-wise the clarifications work, but it isn't particularly clear at all. And I was about to say I don't know why, but I think I know why. Whenever something doesn't work, it's like, well, did you do something different? Yes. Well, it's probably the thing you did different. So in this case, I think using malted milk rather than plain milk may have been the cause for this just refusing to clarify. And I was very surprised because the separation worked like normal. It looked like it should work, and it simply didn't. So if you've ever tried a milk clarification or any experiment and it didn't work, take heart. I've been doing this for years. I've done this dozens of times and got impeccable results, but sometimes it doesn't work, and that's okay. We're experimenting. I could have started from scratch and done it again as a control with plain milk, but I didn't want to. But I do want to taste this because I think it's going to taste really interesting. Oh, and it does. Ooh, no, this is actually really nice. Like I made that really strong tea, and there's just a really faint fruity tea note in there. It's not any of the harshness you'd expect with an overstrong tea, and the fruit juice in there is coming through. I'm not really, this is weird. Can I taste malt? It's got a vague tang, almost like a carbonated soft drink. It's not carbonated, but the fruity element is giving it such a nice tang. It's almost like it is. Anyway, tasty, enjoying it. So for my non-alcohol drinking friends, or even someone who just wants to take a break, this is an interesting, slightly troublesome way to make yourself a non-alcoholic mocktail. But I think, occasionally it's worth taking a bit of trouble to make something nice for yourself. So give it a go. And I do hope to see you again soon. And even though there's no alcohol in this, I'm going to sign off and say cheers. All right, that's done. I got my drink. Oh gosh, it's cherry. Hey, Grace, how are you? Sorry, I literally just finished making a cocktail video. Well, it's a mocktail. It was non-alcoholic. So nice to see you. And it's very sweet. All right, let me do this. Bring this in here. Oh, goodness me. There we go. Okay. So, well, good timing because I'm just coming in to sit down and chat. Got my rather elaborate non-alcoholic mocktail I made. Just, finished handing out treats to kids doing trick-or-treating tonight. Got to switch off my banner. Oh, right. I was going to do Angry Skeleton Man. I did have my skeleton suit on. Onesie it is rather than a suit. But yes, I think I did actually share a bit of Grace's Twitch stream to try and explain the animal game. Grace streams and Twitch under Pisces Cherry and is actually a good gamer, which I find quite entertaining because a lot of the Twitch streamers aren't. So, but yes, the sort of fat, fuzzy, cute animals with weird physics fighting each other, I personally find hilarious. So yeah. Hello anyone who joined from Twitch from Grace's stream. You're all cool. Everyone who watches Grace is cool. So man, that's got a bit of pineapple juice in it. It just tastes really pineapple. It's got pineapple and orange juice, and that's the dominant taste. I did also some herbal tea in there. And was that everything? Herbal tea, fruit juice. I probably put some sugar syrup in there too. Like that's probably super unhealthy, that drink actually. On the plus side, no alcohol. On the less good side, there's probably a lot of sugar in it. So, yeah. But that's okay. It's only a Tuesday night, and I do have to work tomorrow. So I had those couple of alcoholic cocktails in the first hour. So I think I should actually, that might be good with soda water because I've still got some more of it. If I finish that, might have it with soda water. It could be good. So gosh, okay. I just think, okay, so for the folks on Twitch who are watching or doing this, I use a service called StreamYard that lets me restream to multiple platforms. Most of my friends are on YouTube and watch from there, but it also lets me restream to Twitch and even Facebook. Sometimes people watch me on Facebook, not often, but some people watch me on Facebook. So yeah, so when people are on watching from the multiple streams, I try and remember to put the comments up on screen so people know who the hell I'm talking to. So that, Heine, if you juice beetroot with other fruit and vegetables, all you see, beetroot is an extremely strong color. You'll also pee and poop red if you eat a lot of beetroot. Just saying. That's the voice of experience. Mrs. Angry made me, well, she didn't just make it for me, she had it too, but a soup that actually had a lot of beetroot in it. She like blended or beetroot and some other things. And I thought something was wrong with me the next day, but then I remembered all the beetroot. So it's like, oh no, I'm not bleeding. That's beetroot. That's a little bit TMI, but you know, what are live streams for if not to share too much information? That's what I say. So, oh, also to Grace's peeps from the Twitch, I make cocktails a lot. So, you know, if you want to ask me any questions about cocktails or booze generally, I always enjoy answering those. Heidi, you got to go to an old school place to get a pineapple and beetroot burger. Oh God, Dr. Abigail wants to share a TMI story. Your TMI stories tend to be TTTMI, and I love it. Yes, Justin, I think beetroot is generally healthy. There is a lot of sugar in beetroot because that was an alternative sugar source for a lot of people. Like we in Australia, we're used to cane sugar. In the US, everything seems to have fucking high fructose corn syrup in it. But beet sugar was used for a long time because beetroot actually has a fair bit of sugar. No, Safa, if you've been farting, you can't blame it on beetroot. I don't know. Fruits generally. Yeah, that's the one, Safa. You got to go to a fish and chip shop, get the lot burger, and that'll have beetroot and pineapple on it. Now I want one of those. Well, not right now. I'm not hungry, but that is sounding like a good idea to me, quite honestly. And hi, Strictly Sega. Non-TMI story is awesome shit. Don't you know what a TMI story is? Yeah. Justin, you're losing weight by juicing. Yeah, I mean, that can work. Oh, yeah, no, we finished. Of course, we're in different time zones, if I remember rightly. We had very busy Halloween stuff between 5 and 6, and then we ran out of treats. No, I did say to the youngins, look, even though we've returned a negative COVID test, I'm just going to be really cautious and not go over to their place this week. Might go next week. And Mrs. Anger and I are actually going away this weekend. So, oh, that's right. I was thinking, what was I trying to do? I was trying to see Discord. What's happening on Discord? Dr. Abigail tells me she's been sharing quality stuff. But wow, why are there 29? My God. Why are there 29 Star Trek memes since I last looked? Dr. Abigail's on a tear. Dr. Abigail, have you told about the aftermath of not eating? Oh, God. The 12:30 to 2:30. I feel like you really, is this you want to get on stream and tell the TMI story? Because I'm okay with that. I'm genuinely okay with that. In the meantime, I was going to go through some of these memes. So this is the Riker Picard one. Picard says, I once purchased a dog from a blacksmith. As soon as I got him home, he made a bolt for the door. Wah, wah. So what's this one? Oh, God, that's too small. All right. Trexploitation. Hello. Oh, wait, no, that's okay. I stop. I did get a big one. I'm just going to do this and then bring Dr. Abigail on the stream. Hello. Oh, hi, Doctor. I mean, there's hi. Nice to be going. Oh, God. Who's the man who would risk his neck for a brother man? Shut your mouth. What? No, that comes later. I mean, sorry. Sometimes I sing when I'm nervous. Just I thought, this is a shaftless turbo lift. Ah, it's a memorial for Richard Roundtree. Okay, that's a really elaborate meme for the passing of Richard Roundtree. Okay, Dr. Abigail wants to share a terrifying story. Okay, I'm just going to be slightly cautious with this. So it's just going to take me a second longer to share this with you. Dr. Abigail, the link for the joining. What am I doing? Okay. Oh, I can do polls and Q&As. Okay, I need to look at friggin' YouTube occasionally. Jesus. Did that not come up? I need to... No, wait, what the hoot and heck? Okay, I think I clicked the wrong thing before. Okay, that worked. I'm sorry, I was just trying to be overly tricky and predictably managed to confuse myself. So that's a whole thing. Yeah, that is yummy, maybe a bit too sweet. I do need to get some sody water to go with it, but that can be later. That's fine. Okay, Dr. Abigail, how are you?
Hello. And just in case Grasshopper is watching, put my glasses on because you know how upset he gets.
He does a bit.
Yes, and if I'm echoing, please let me know. Again,
No, it sounds fine to me.
Cool. Okay, now I need to correct myself when I posted that. It wasn't that I didn't eat for a week. I only didn't eat for like 4 days because of the gallbladder
Yeah.
pain I was experiencing,
Yeah.
the meds they gave me were opioids, which famously cause you to cause constipation. And
Yes.
so I couldn't poop for over a week.
Oh, good
But
Lord. Okay.
you notice that 4 days and over a week are not the same length.
They're
So
not.
there was the subset of over a week included time I was eating. So yes, there was food in there, and there was not poop coming out for
Okay.
a significant fraction of a week, like 6 days of poop, which
Looks lordy.
is not insignificant.
No.
My psychologist actually beat me by like 2 whole weeks on top of that.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, she was yelling at people in the hospital. Thank you, Strictly Sega. It's amazing what not having chronic, acute
Yeah.
pain will do to a person's complexion and overall, like,
Demeanor.
demeanor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I am doing well. I'm recovering from surgery, which I had on
Good.
Thursday.
Yeah.
And yeah. So anyway, I came home on Friday, having not pooped since the Thursday the week before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they gave me, like I have said many times, they hand out endone, which is a synthetic
Really
opioid.
powerful opioid. Yeah.
It's up there. They handed it out like candy,
Which is
and
fun. That's a real Halloween treat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not going away. I'm just here, so don't panic.
Sure. And I needed it. I was in a lot of pain.
They don't give you that unless you need it.
Yeah. And anyone who's had significant gallbladder pain would agree you need that. And then they gave me some to take home with me, and a prescription after the surgery. And I needed some after the surgery as well, even though I didn't have a gallbladder anymore, because surgery hurts too, believe it or not. Having holes in you hurt. So anyway, so I've been home Friday, still on the painkillers. Saturday I'm ramping down. Will's looking after me, and then Saturday, I think it was Saturday. I got to check the record. This is not an actual record I'm keeping. I'm just like a chat log.
Yeah.
So Saturday, no movement. Sunday, nothing. So Sunday. Okay, so today's Tuesday, isn't it?
It is, although I've had trouble keeping track of that myself.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. I think Sunday I finally pooped for the first time in a week and a half. Huzzah! But it was just the plug.
Oof.
And by the plug, I mean the solid bit with all like several days worth on top. And so, but I didn't realize that. And my mother tried to warn me, there'll be a plug, and always listen to your mum about poop. Doesn't matter how old you are, always listen to your mum about matters of poop.
Yeah.
She knows. So, not heeding her warning, I went about my day. And this was like during the day, I was fine. I wasn't moving much. And it was, it was above average in size as far as poops go. So I thought, doing well. Took a photo, sent it to my son because I love
Did
him.
you do that? Yeah.
And he hated me for it and gave me a pat on the back and respect, and that's just how our relationship is.
Yeah.
So yeah, pranking each other.
Yep, I vibe it. Yep.
Yep. So I go to bed Saturday night. And it's about 12:30 at night, and my guts start to, and like I've got the surgery pain, and a laparoscopic cholecystectomy is they do an incision, like a 1 centimeter incision in your belly button. And that's the main keyhole, but there's like 3 other ones on your your top of your your tummy and along the side. And so you've got 4 holes basically in your tummy that are trying to heal from this surgery, and it's right around where your lower intestines are. So all the pain down there is all mixed with poop pain, and it so yeah, I was like, oh, what's this? This is so painful. What the hell? And then I just felt movement, and I'm like, Kitten, because Kitten always lies beside me. Yeah.
Out of
Go to
the
the bathroom. Yeah, out of the way. But I could barely move because, like, going from sitting to standing or lying down to standing is really hard when you've had like surgery like that. So I got up. I had my cane with me, and I could not leave the toilet for 2 hours. It just wouldn't stop.
Drama,
and it was epic levels of pain, as just my entire everything left. My soul left through my butthole.
Your spine left.
Oh, and there was no sense of relief either. That's the worst part.
Traumatic.
No, and yeah, I just had to just sit there, and just I knew it was coming.
Yeah,
I had to sit there, wait for it to start. I had to, like, because you know how I've got AIDSy mode.
Yes, with the
didn't need AIDSy mode.
No,
yeah,
just the
but I had to get
cleanup crew.
Yeah, I had to get I had to get a bit of it. It didn't even it wasn't explosive. It was like soft serve, but it was soft serve, but it was extra runny soft serve, but not quite runny. Like, it wasn't watery. It was just like bad soft serve. It was just too watery soft serve. And it once I'd finished after 2 hours, I swear to goodness, because I'd been taking some laxatives that the hospital gave me, as well, just to soften everything up.
Yeah. Okay. Good call.
And so there was so much in the toilet that it had formed a mound. It had just obliterated the toilet. Like, it had filled the toilet and it started forming a mound, because it had filled my entire lower intestines.
Yeah. We're haunting Heine's dreams at this point.
That. Thank you. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yeah, that's a proper Halloween horror story. That one. That's
yeah. So yeah. And it wasn't continuous either. It came and went. During that 2 hours.
Yeah.
And toilet seats aren't comfortable after
No,
a while.
not for that period of time. No.
And when you're in pain as well, in like intestinal pain, it's the worst. Everything hurts.
It sucks.
Yeah. So I went to bed after that was done, and I washed everything, and well, I have a B-day, you know.
Yes, convenient.
I still have the cleanest butthole.
Yeah, thank you, B-day.
And slept. The next day, my cat had a stroke.
Oh,
my old, not kitten, my old cat.
Yeah,
Bella, the little white cat. She had a freaking stroke.
Oof.
And yeah, it was like I was away for so long that the excitement of me coming back was too much for her.
Oh,
and
wow.
She always had she I took it, like, when we noticed, and by we I mean my son and I, we noticed because she'd stopped meowing in the morning, singing the song of her people, demanding food like she's never ever been fed in her entire 13 and a half year life. Every single morning she'd stop doing that. She was just wandering around aimlessly, slowly bumping into things, and she wasn't eating or drinking. She wasn't using the cat litter or anything. So I took her to the vet yesterday. A friend helped me out with that, getting to and from there. And yeah, apparently, okay, so a cat's blood pressure should be somewhere around the 120 to 150 range.
Right.
Her blood pressure, anything over 150 or 160 is hypertensive. Her blood pressure was over 240. Oof. It was so high that she was blind because the blood vessels in her eyes had popped.
Oof.
So the vet, after charging me $280 for a blood test, which I pay for up front, gave me some blood pressure meds for her, and her sight returned within a day.
Oh, okay.
And which is awesome. And the blood test confirmed no organ damage, luckily.
Okay, well, that's good.
But she still hasn't she hasn't started vocalizing again yet. Okay. And she sleeps a lot. She does it. She's begun eating again. Okay. And she is still very sleepy and yeah, she's got a lot of recovery. But geez, what a trip from a week of pain. Sorry, I keep saying chronic pain because I'm so used to it, but it was actually
acute
long-term acute pain, which is, God, that was terrible. Acute pain, staying in hospital for a week, the poop of a century, and then my cat had a stroke.
Yeah,
like
that's all a bit much, quite honestly. Yes.
Yeah, and Halloween's my second favorite time of the year, and I can barely walk. I can't even celebrate. So I'm glad I got to get my cat back, because I was worried I couldn't. I managed to get the funds to afford the vet treatment, and I'm glad that she is eating and everything, and we had some nice snuggles. And I'm glad that I got to haunt people's dreams with tales of 2-hour pickings. But yeah, I'm glad that my TMI stories are next level compared to other people's TMI stories.
That's a
badge of honor to me. That means a lot to me, people. Thank you. I will wear that as a badge of honor.
Suffer saying it, I assume that's a country shire council voting on a cat curfew. I'm 1,000,000% in favor of mandatory desexing and Yeah, keeping the cats indoors is possible, particularly in country areas. They just kill up to dozens of native animals a night.
Yeah, they're so murderous.
They are murderous.
They're not domestic cats is such a misnomer because there's nothing domestic about cats.
No.
They're not domesticated. They happen to live with it.
Both my cats when Mimsy was still around, but my one remaining cat, Shadow, is quite pathetic. I regularly watch because we get a lot of birds in the backyard, and Shadow will just be there, and birds will be right next to her, and Shadow's just like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
They did on rare occasions bring in a dead mouse or small rat. There were never dismembered birds in the yard, but my personal favorite was probably a couple of years ago. I'm sitting working home, looking in the backyard, and there are a few birds around, and Mimsy is in stalker attack pose, which she just held for about 10 minutes without ever doing anything. And I'm just thinking in her brain, she's going, I could take you. I don't want to, but if I wanted to, I'm a great warrior cat and I could destroy you. And it's just like the birds just ignore them because they work out, oh no, they're useless. They don't do anything.
Yeah. So I want to clarify because Safa pointed out a feral cat killed their family rabbit. There is a big distinction between a feral animal, a humanized, like socialized animal, and a domesticated animal.
Yeah.
Dogs are fully domesticated. They cannot be wild creatures ever again. Wolves are feral. They're wild.
Yeah.
Cats can be socialized. They can be feral, but they're not domesticated. They can be feral. They can be feral again.
Yeah. A house cat let run wild most times will not die. Will basically rewild itself and become a murder machine. And full on feral cats are serious nightmare machines.
Yeah.
I remember like growing up in the country, like particularly people on farms or on properties, decor was often cowhides or sheepskins or whatnot. And some cousins of mine out on the farm, they had the cowhide mats and the sheepskin and things pinned to the wall. And there was this one animal skin. It was like this big, and it was really long, soft white fur. And I was thinking, they had some rabbit fur, and that's too big for a rabbit, and I have no idea what it is. And so I asked, what was that? And he goes, that was a cat. Oh, was it your cat? And I go, no, it's feral. But it was like, but look at the beautiful fur. You go, oh, yeah, it was someone's Persian cat before it went feral. And it was like this fucking big, and it was a psycho scary murder machine, and I was terrified of it. And I shot the fucker, and it was just caked in mud and matted up. And after we killed, and because they're country boys, they're skinning it and tanning the hide, and they clean the fur, and it was just like with long white fur. Yeah, it was someone's prized Persian cat before it turned into a feral murder machine, and it doubled in size. It was just huge.
Yeah, they'll do that because all the exercise they'll get, and in the Australian environment, they have very few predators, if at all. In some environments in Australia, they have no predators.
Yeah. And speaking of feral and dangerous, well, where'd he go? He was there a second ago.
Oh, my God.
I know. I think he's going to OnlyFans now. What is this?
Oh, what a terrible day to have eyes. Oh.
So I'm thinking this is Pat's just come out of hospital.
Is this?
No, bed. Oh, I'm home.
Pat after dark.
You're home, but you've been in hospital.
Yeah, I'm home.
I thought I was TMI. Pat just beat me.
Pat's
dog.
OnlyFans channel right here.
Pat, you're
Shake the
hot
money
mic.
maker. That's all I'm saying.
What?
Oh.
Yeah,
Look.
maybe Megaleech is right. We're getting into some after party stuff here.
Time to wear the sunglasses with the nails pointing in.
Yeah. Peril said sunglasses. It's like, and this is just moral peril that we're talking about now.
What a terrible day to have eyes.
I've got to remember that one for someone. What a terrible day to have eyes.
Oh,
Pat's just posing.
Oh yeah, so
now.
today I saw your blue drink today.
Yeah. I made blue drink. That's right. Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. It's cool.
Yeah.
I said on your YouTube today.
Yeah. That was on my cocktail channel, Angry Cocktails. For anyone who doesn't know, I did make a blue drink.
Yeah, I saw that. It's wicked.
Icy Saracen is also regretting having eyes today. Sorry, early after party stuff, Icy Saracen. We don't normally. Yes, your microphone's really loud, Pat. By the way, but so.
Oh, okay. That's my best the other phone.
Okay, wait a sec. I think that should be okay. There we go. I was just adjusting settings. That should be okay. Sorry, it should be less sort of freakishly loud now. Strictly saying, I understand the muting thing, but that should be less of a thing now.
cool.
So yeah. So I'm glad you successfully got out of your hospital stay, Pat. So everyone's out of hospital. It's great.
Yay!
Yay for out of hospital, and yay for recovering from COVID. But it's been so funny for me. Like this is actually milder than my first COVID. But every now and then, anything that required focus or even just talking to someone for an extended period, that the stream's a bit more relaxed. But like there were work things where I was actually running meetings or running workshops, and mofo, that was draining. Being the center of something for half an hour to an hour was friggin' brutal. It was so hard to keep up, and because I have an intern now, so I choose to do regular catch-ups with them. At work, not at home. I don't have an intern at home. I don't have someone making sandwiches for me or something, you know. So.
An intern for your YouTube channel.
Yeah, an intern for my YouTube channel. God, that would be a boring job. Icy Sarah, you were in hospital too. He asked a friend for a sleeping pill, gave you antipsychosis meds.
On Friday.
So when you're having a procedure in hospital and everyone asks you the same questions over and over again just to make sure that they're doing the right thing and they don't accidentally amputate the wrong limb or something. Well, I was getting hooked up to the cannula, and the anesthetist kept asking me, "Oh, what procedure you're having?" And because I looked up my procedure, the YouTube videos of the actual cholecystectomy beforehand, which is the medical term for gallbladder removal. Yeah. I watched a few videos of actual procedures of it, just to calm my nerves.
Of course.
Yeah. So when people kept asking, I kept giving them the actual term for it, which to most of them, they were like, "Oh yeah, it is."
That's what you haven't done.
But then the surgeon came in and she asked, okay, so what procedure are we getting today? And I said, I'm getting a laparoscopic cholecystectomy, plus or minus open option. And she said, okay, can you say that in your own words, please? And I just looked at her and said, those are my own words. I know what I'm talking about. But to dumb it down for you, I'm having my gallbladder removed. And shut up. She just shut up. And she just said, I hear you have some questions for me, which I did. And she just bit her tongue from then on. She stopped treating me like an idiot then.
Yeah, that was weird. That's such a weird thing when those words came out of your mouth and they said, say it in your own words. And it's like, well, what the fuck do you think my mouth just did?
Yeah, like there's no fucking ventriloquist in here. Come on.
Oh my God. That's again. And hello, Celtic King, by the way. Yeah. Oh wow, that's wild.
Yeah, wow.
So he also just kind of reminded me how they always ask you the same questions, and particularly if they're trying to work out how lucid you are, they'll ask you current affairs questions. And there's one of AIDS's jokes that he'd been asked them so many thousand times he'd get bored, and it was just like, who's the prime minister? And they go, Menzies, and he's the only one who can save us from the communists.
I like to go for. I like to go for future time traveler questions.
Yeah.
Like, what date is it? 2155 and shit like that. Or where are you right now? It's Alpha Centauri and shit like that.
And then they say, be sensible. We want to know. You're fine. You're no fun.
Yeah, or like if you can't answer correctly, we have to call the psych triage. And then then I'm like, oh, I'll get sent to the Napoleon wing then.
Exactly. Yeah. And I also remember AZ saying when he called the combined gastroscopy colonoscopy a spit roast, they didn't take it well. So when I got it done, I went in there and I said, I'm getting the old spit roast. And they thought it was hilarious. So I was like, okay, you people are way more fun, obviously. And Mrs. Angry said it to some of the medical staff too. And they got a laugh out of it. Like, okay, so AZ just had some uptight medical staff.
Yeah. Well, I said it to my gastroenterologist. And not only had he heard it before, but he told me about how they can actually do it now. Like how they can actually do a procedure where they do meet in the middle, because previously it couldn't be done. Like there's new technology where they can do it.
It's incredibly
which is amazing.
Impressive what they do.
Yeah. And it's so props to him.
Yeah.
And I made a joke because he made a joke. He was telling me about why we have gallbladders. Which I mean I knew, but like he went into a lot more detail, which was fascinating. And like he was saying, when we were evolving on the plains of Africa, and we'd catch a woolly mammoth meat was really fatty, so we evolved to have a gallbladder to store bile to break down all that fat. And then he went into the hormonal pathway and the mechanisms for releasing that bile, which was again fascinating. And so the upshot is, when your gallbladder is removed, don't eat woolly mammoth, which I found quite funny. But then like 2 months later, I go for a checkup, which is an indication of how long I've been fucking waiting for this surgery. Because that appointment was a month ago. 2 months later, I make a woolly mammoth joke, and he had to think for a second. Oh yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I made that reference."
You made that reference.
He does have a sense of humor. He's just heard all these jokes before.
I was about to say you probably would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also was also thinking the other technology, they do have, what I call the Fantastic Voyage pill these days. Fantastic Voyage being the classic sci-fi where people get shrunk into a tiny submarine that goes inside someone's body. These days, besides the gastroscopy and whatnot, they sometimes do a thing where it's a little pill that's actually a camera, and you swallow it, and it records all the way through and out the other end, and then someone watches that video back. I like to imagine them sitting there putting it on fast forward, going,
well, there was
as it goes through the intestines.
There was an episode of House MD of them actually watching a video of that.
Yeah.
They weren't doing that.
They should have, though. It's just like you speed it up and go through the bends in the colon and just go. That's just me. I think they should do that.
What I gotta know, Pat, whose face is on your blanket there?
It's a wrestler. Sorry, I just think however your microphone's set today, Pat, it's just not working. So
yeah, I have no idea who that is.
But it's a wrestler.
And why you would want them to sleep on top of you like that? But I don't judge.
Yeah,
you do you.
So Justin, I have no idea who or what Ocean Gate is. So.
It's the sub, the mini sub.
Oh God, the one that crushed. Okay. Sorry, I was clearing out memes and weird things that I'd saved. I thought I don't need that anymore. And one was someone did a manga style animation of the sub getting intimate with Titanic, and it had that weird manga porn face going, "Oh, Titanic-kun, you're so huge. I feel like I'm going to explode." It was, okay. That was probably the worst thing anyone did for that. I'm not saying I didn't laugh. I'm just saying that was probably the worst thing anyone did. So it was just the worst. And I can't show it to you because I deleted it. I was just going through things.
I'm not laughing.
No.
I'm not laughing.
I just gone through things that were on the desktop, and I looked at that one and went, I don't need to see that ever again. And I'm just deleting it now. I kept the good ones, but there was a bunch where I was just like, okay, that was a moment in time. I don't need, and that one I was really, I don't need that anymore. And yep, someone went there. It's oofed. It's just
it's laughing at rich people.
Yeah.
To answer Safa's question, I reckon AD's mum has it.
The cane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? It's got the blood of innocence on it. Well, actually, no, just the blood of guilty people. And that was the weirdest thing. Is like, AD thing when there are horrible people in the world, and if you are outwardly vulnerable, they will target you. And so his mate, the blacksmith who makes swords, made him this kind of frightening metal cane, and it messed more than one miscreant up over the years. And it's kind of funny, not everyone got to see AD in a bad mood. I did a lot of times just because I spent so much time with him. No, he was never particularly awful to me, but it was kind of like he would be unacceptably awful to other people. And it's just because it was the pain, and I guess sometimes it was a borderline meltdown thing as well from overstimulation being so, but he'd just be like, you know what, everything's too much for me all the time. as revenge, I'm just going to make stuff too much for everyone around me at the moment. And he would just say and do things that the normies would just be absolutely freaked out by. And I'd just be like, oh, for fuck's sake, stop it. And he's going, what? Why?
So while one of the reasons I've been so absent from the stream for a while is exactly that. Things have been so painful, like acute pain, and I've been so overstimulated by that and everything happening.
Yeah.
With like my home being demolished by the Labour government.
Yeah.
And shit going to hell, and my teenage son, shit happening with him and everything. I just had to nope out because I could just feel myself starting to go down that hill of that spiral of just being mean for the sake of being mean. And it's not fair on everyone else.
Yeah.
It's a release that is cathartic for the worst reasons. So I just noped out.
Actually, speaking of the man, I was thinking I want to go out and get some soda water, and rather than putting you on the spot, I haven't for ages used the AZ zombie animation. I might put that on for a minute while I go out and get some soda water.
I still have AZ here.
Oh, powdered AZ. Nice.
Powdered AZ.
I actually neglected to get any, which,
Damn. Is there any left?
I don't know. I haven't talked to boss of the house for a little while. Lots of people wanted to claim a bit of AZ.
I should text him, catch up. I haven't seen him in a while.
No, I haven't seen him in a while. So I'll give it a break. We'll all right.
Cool.
I'll take everyone off for a while, and we'll go full screen and have AZ. Wait, my microphone's on. His jaw didn't even fall off.
What? You're what? You're muted.
I don't think I am anymore. Am I muted now?
Yeah, you're mute. What? I can't hear you.
Oh no, you're fucking with me. That's okay. That's okay. I got it. It took me a while. But... yes, I love Mega Leech picked it up before me. It's just... oh dear. Good for a laugh. Good for a laugh.
It's so much better, like in person. Well, in cyberspace.
Yeah, being on camera and
in the information superhighway.
And it particularly worked because at first my microphone was off.
Yes, that's the only time I can do it realistically. Yeah.
That's a good. All right.
Okay, I'm looking up awful or wrong Halloween costumes, and I'm going to post a bunch.
Oh my god, there's got to be some bad ones.
Oh, I've already found just a bunch.
Sorry, I don't even want to do the work, and I do believe this is genuinely the worst tattoo anyone could have. No, you know what? I don't even want to say it because yeah, forget it. Actually,
the like bad tattoos, like the Jesus hand and shit like that.
It's worse. It involves an underage anime character, so
yeah, fair enough.
Or manga, I guess, because it's a picture. But it is someone chose to do it, and you go, "That's quite nightmarish." I get the thinking at the time you thought it was funny and whatnot, but Jesus Christ, honestly,
yeah.
I get it. It's like, the Sex Pistols. Sid Vicious wore a swastika, and because it was getting up in the establishment's face. And it's funny, when they made the movie Sid and Nancy, Gary Oldman's first leading role, he playing Sid, the shirt had a hammer and sickle because Gary Oldman just went, I'm not wearing a fucking swastika. But Sid did. Yeah, well, Sid was a fucking idiot. I mean, okay, the whole thing, we're playing it through to the fact where he, murders his girlfriend. But I'm not going to spend half the movie wearing a swastika. Fuck off. Or possibly it was actually the filmmakers that just went, I don't want there to be a swastika in half of my film. Which is interesting. You get right-wing Americans who would be more upset at the hammer and sickle than a swastika, which is a bit of a hoot. Safa has an annoying bird. Oh, yeah, no, this time of year. Dude, every morning at the moment, there's a bird, and it has quite a nice song. I do not hear it in winter. It's spring. It's gone, I've got a beautiful voice. Someone should fuck me. It's basically like springtime, all the bird song. Humans go, so beautiful. If you had a bird to human translator, it would all just be, someone fuck me. I want someone to fuck me. That would be all the bird song.
I want to be fucked right now. Look at my awesome image.
I want to fuck someone. I'm being as appealing as I can. Birds are fucking weird. Sorry, I just had a flash there. You see those things on some like David Attenborough things of the more exotic birds, the birds that do those really weird dances. And it's just like, what the fuck was evolution thinking? What is this? It's just like this bird doing the dorkiest thing imaginable, and the female going, maybe, and the guy's just doing the dorkiest fucking dance imaginable, and just like, nature, what are you doing? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, but then it worked a little too well.
Yeah,
and everyone ran with it.
Yeah, but also 1 in 1,000 bird species does this, and all the other bird species are looking at this one going, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What? What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
just sing like a normal.
If he's doing it, I can do that. I'm going to do that.
I like the bowerbirds that just do. I'm going to collect you an enormous pile of blue things to show you how much I love you, and you're just like, okay, sure, why not? Bowerbirds are absolutely weird.
Or maybe it was how do you know it was the male birds that did it? Maybe it was the female birds who were like, there was this one female bird who was like, oh, check that out. He's got a blue thing.
Yeah.
That he just found. He just found a blue thing. I think I'm gonna have babies with him. And some other male birds were like, check out what Frank just did. Holy shit. He just collected this blue thing. Got himself a wife. I'm gonna give that a go. And sure enough, got himself a wife. Huh. Guess it's
I mean, honestly, probably the same with the dancing. Like, most birds have been singing to attract a mate, and this particular species was singing, and then one dude plops down in front of a female and starts going, huh, huh, huh. And the other males are going, the fuck is he doing? And it works. And they're like, holy crap, it worked. Did you see that? He did and he got off with that other. Wow. Let's all do it. It's just like, it's very strange. Nature is extremely strange. But yeah, full of inexplicable things. I love it. It's just like, what fucking evolutionary path developed that? Because the weirdest thing is, it worked a little bit at a time, and it's like a male who could puff his chest out a bit further did better, and so he bred, and his genes of being able to puff out further passed on, and the progenitors, they were able to do it even a little bit more, and over however many generations, the ones who couldn't puff their chests out all died out
because they couldn't do it, and they didn't get to fuck.
They couldn't fuck, and
the really fascinating thing is that there was absolutely no forethought involved in the designing of any of the structures that these birds built, or anything involved. Like, there's a species of bird, they build like this elaborate nest in the trees, and it's not just a nest, it hangs from the tree, and it's a sphere with a hole in it so that the birds can fly in and out, and it's got a fucking little landing pad and everything. And the male has to build this thing, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's just genetically coded in their brains to build this fucking nest. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. There's no forethought involved in the engineering involved. They just build it. And it's all evolution did that. Evolution made a bird that builds a nest that hangs from the tree in the shape of a sphere, and it does not know the fuck how to do it.
Yeah, I think there was the bird school where they sit there and there's an instructor bird going, okay, here's how we do it. Which is trippy as fuck, really, that they're not taught. That's really surreal. Yeah,
like ants know how to build these elaborate nests that can self-regulate temperature.
Some termites do these magnetic north-south facing ones. And the weirdest thing is not that some of these termites, which are common in the Northern Territory, do these elongated nests that are facing sort of north-south, which is apparently is great for heat regulation. But it's not universal. There's another set of termites who just build a mound, and they live in the same area, but one group of them just builds a mound, and the other one does this thin thing that is aligning with the north-south magnetic poles. And it's like, Pick a lane, nature. What the fuck? What is
Like, nature just tries to experiment sometimes.
Exactly. And if something works, it works, and the other ones go, but we got something else. And these guys, fuck you, this is working. We're fine. And what if? My personal favorite is probably still caterpillars turning into butterflies or moths. They don't slowly grow wings and stuff.
No.
They turn into fucking goo and solidify and then regrow as a new life form.
Like,
and
that's fucking trippy.
Fuck. Yep. And also, could you imagine what's going through their head? Like, oh, I've got this real impulse to just wrap myself up in this silk now. Don't know what's happening next. But this seems like a good idea. And then they're inside like, yeah, this is dark. I don't like this. Oh, wait, I don't have a body anymore. What was that about? And
yeah, right.
It's so weird. It's so weird. It's fantastic. And God, don't ever get me started on the fucking monkeys with anxiety, namely humans. But
yeah,
I love it. There's all those good memes about God creating things, and which on paper are stupid, and the angels are going, "Are you feeling okay, God? What's that about?" And my favorite one was really like, "Here's my greatest creation. I call them humans." And the angel's going, "What the fuck have you done?" And God's going, "No, this is the pinnacle of my creation, the human." And the angel goes, "You've taken a perfectly good monkey and giving it anxiety. That's what you've fucking done." It's just,
yes.
It's just like, yep, not sure that was a great move. Okay.
So I've posted a bunch of awful Halloween costumes.
Oh gosh,
awful in the best way.
Started on the 30 Star Trek memes you put there.
I'm efficient when I'm not in pain. When I'm not in serious pain, I'm remarkably efficient.
Oh
and
God,
I can multitask.
Turbo lifts. Okay. Oh dear. All right, I'm working my way through an astonishing myriad of Star Trek memes to get the costumes. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna get
there is some crossover as well. There's some Star Trek Halloween memes in there.
Of course there is. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry, I'm just slowly opening these and going, oh my God. Okay, this is going to take me a minute to open big enough versions of them. Oh gosh. There's some astonishing. Sorry. I was laughing evilly at them. So many worrisome costumes. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. It's like some of the awful ones I've seen before and some I haven't, but I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so many of these things. Okay, so this one I've seen dressing as a priest. It's like, yes, no, I've seen that one a lot. Where are we? Okay, kill that. Oh dear. Let's go for the next one. I mean, seriously, what do you do if this kid shows up to your front door? I mean, my God.
Yeah.
And just the maniacal smile is just, my God. This is people of color being MAGA people.
Putting on white face. I love it.
Oh, dear. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Good old Clippy. Looks like you're writing a letter. Would you like help? Don't show me this. Clippy, we barely knew ye. Okay, this next one is they're not all offensive. Some of them are just weird. Jewish Wolverine with the menorah coming out of his hand.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That's pretty funny, that one. And then there's this one, some extremely questionable Smurfs.
That's Blueface.
Yeah, it is. These guys are definitely not to be trusted. Oh dear, what are we doing? Oh, sorry, I'm having trouble with my browser. What are we doing? Then we've got feminine products. I'm surprised she didn't go the whole way and have the tip red, but you know, you do what you do. Then we've got, oh yes, okay, gingerbread man. Wonder how often this guy does costumes built around being a ginger.
Only a ginger can call another ginger.
Another ginger.
Don't you know that?
There are so many React videos on YouTube of particularly Black American guys reacting to that Tim Minchin song, because they don't know it. People say, okay, you've got to do a React without watching it. Okay, you just got to watch it. And most of them go, because the lead in is where he's saying, like, you know, you hurtful words, and he says the letters. And I regularly see him stop like, yeah, he's a white guy, but he knows what he's talking about. Yeah. And then they hit the chorus and it's only a ginger can call a ginger ginger. And they just stop and go, okay, he fucking got me. He really got me.
Yeah.
Didn't pick what he was doing, and he got me. Actually, I've read in an interview Tim Minchin hates people focusing on that because he doesn't want people to think that's like all he is. And it's like,
it's one song from his repertoire.
The hunter in the game.
Okay. As a vegetarian, former that vegan, don't worry, I'm not that vegan anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about when I say that vegan. Yeah. I found this hilarious.
And the little girl's actually a unicorn, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, the mum's Rudolph. Yeah. The son is a bison by the look of it. And
he looks like a bison,
Yeah.
And the dad's even gone with the hat, the slouch hat, for being the great white hunter, which is pretty wild. Oh God. The pill cost. Oh, that's
he's got the pill bottle and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's so dodgy.
With the hand in the shirt.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh dear. Just spending the night like that. Great father-son costume. That's it would be priceless to get photos of people's reactions when they open their front door. Oh my God. Oh, sorry. Okay, this last one, which was the first one I opened, I didn't look at it closely. I didn't get it when I first looked at
wow.
it.
Yeah.
And I just got it, and now you're all gonna get it. Nice couple's costume. I thought it was a zombie thing. Not quite.
No, not quite.
Not quite. damn. Okay, what a way to wrap things up. Oh my God. It's so weird. I genuinely didn't get that when I first loaded it up.
Yep.
My God. Okay. I'm not even going to finish that because I'll have to get up to pee 10 times during the night if I drink all that. So I'll let that go. All right. I think 10 o'clock has snuck up on me watching these freakish costumes. But it's Halloween. That's a good way to do it. All right. I'm going to ceremonially eat the cherry.
Where's my bag? There it is.
Probably doing a Sunday night. Sorry, try that again. Probably doing a Thursday night stream. But then I'm going away for the weekend. So I won't be on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm not coming home till Tuesday. May or may not do a Tuesday night stream. I might be friggin' exhausted. So it might be a whole week with no live streams. Oh no. Little Halloween scare for everyone.
Oh no. So much gaming.
So that would be a whole thing. So everyone take care. I feel like there's still a bunch of people watching on Twitch, so you're all cool. Thank you for that. If anyone followed me on Twitch, that's cool. And if you come back another time, that's cool too. But I'm going to go to Sleepy Bobos now because it's that time of night. So I'll see you fine folks another time and say bye for now.